All right, guys, here we go. First match of the season. We're up against AmaZulu, and we are at home. Beautiful Seoul World Cup Stadium, which doesn't look anything like this, but whatever. It's okay. We just take whatever Football Manager is going to give us. I would say that this stadium looks actually a lot worse than it looked in FM22, so I'm not quite sure what's happened. But whatever, it doesn't really matter that much to me. We're going to be in black and red with the stripes, and they'll be in white. So let's see what we can do. We have an injury crisis already, and the season just started. We have a number of center backs who are injured. This should sound familiar. This is kind of what happened with that Manchester United save. So let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can't get something good to happen here in this match, and let's see how this tactic works. I don't really know what to expect or what to predict because we just sort of slapped this together, made it up as we were going. Apparently, the first thing we can expect is that we're not going to have the ball and see if we can get it back off of them. That's good job by Kim Shim-ji over to Na Sang-ho. Kam Young-hyun over to No Trong-gyang. I'm not sure how to say that one because I don't speak very much Vietnamese, but we'll try to learn as we go along. And we've given up the ball already, and we need to do better than that to get that cross cleared away. That was pretty bad, and it's a goal in the debut for one of the AmaZulu players. So let's see if we can't get a little bit more from our team than that. I'm not quite sure about this defensive work here. We have the two guys back, and we just give him too much space for the header, and it was a pretty bad job. So it's 1-0 for them already, and people haven't really quite sat down yet. We're about 15 minutes or so into the match. So we'll see how this goes. We're not expected to win this match, if that's any consolation for us. But of course, it would be nice to do something right and helpful in the very beginning here instead of starting things off on the wrong foot. Fortunately for us, that shot is up and above the goal, so let's see what we can do. In friendly matches, we've done all right. We haven't been extremely dominant. We haven't been winning everything that's been around us, and of course, some of the major players that we had been using on the friendlies have been injured, and that's what creates a problem for us, but never fear. We'll do the best we can here at the beginning of the season, and the fact that we're not being slaughtered is good. Kang Myung-hyun wins this one, looking for Lee Ki-sung, finds him over to Na Sang-ho, over to Go Yo-han. Na Sang-ho, Go Yo-han, pretty old players. Lee Ki-sung back to Go Yo-han to Na Sang-ho. Go Yo-han up forward to Na Sang-ho. This looks good, and there's Palasevic who scores the equalizer. It's 1-1. And there's no flag up, no worries of offside, nothing like that. So that looks good to go. And it's 1-1 here for FC Seoul. That's exactly what we were hoping to see. A goal here at the beginning is just what the doctor ordered, 1-1. So let's see what happens. Let's see if we can hold on to this draw at the very least, or if we can't put another one in and maybe get a little bit of a lead and sneak one out against them. AmaZulu is a South African club that I hate to admit it, but I've never heard of before. Novak, the 15-year-old goalie, grabs that one up far from the net and then tries to find Palasevic. Can't quite do it. And this is in behind the defense. Novak with a very good save. Kang Myung-hyun knocks that out for throw. So that was good. That's better than I was expecting. Go Yo-han here with the ball, and he gives it up right away. Go Yo-han is probably not old enough to start a whole lot. Kim Sung-min over to Ki Sung-young. Ki Sung-young over to Palasevic. Over to Kim Sung-min to Go Yo-han. Kim Sung-min looking for Ki Sung-young and can't find him. It's Lee Ki-sung who wins the ball off of the defending player and then knocks that one over to the 10th row. So he was a little bit too excited. This ends up not quite starting off as well as it could have. But it's all right. Lee Ki-sung, by the way, of course, is the striker who's playing up front, who hasn't really done much at all. I'm still not entirely convinced that we want to have a striker up there. There still is that little bit of striker list that's going on in my brain right now. So, I mean, we'll try this at the beginning of the season. We'll give this a couple matches. We'll see how it goes. We'll make a change or two if necessary. Lee Ki-sung is looking a little bit nervous. I think we're going to put Oh Sang-jin in for him. Give him a little bit of a break. And then the other one here is Mr. Nyo, who's not been doing much at all. We'll put Kim Ju-sung out there for him. So let's see how that works and see what happens from here. So let's Go Yo-han with this here. Let's see if we can, we give up the ball right away. Go Yo-han, like I said, I mean, he's like 34 years old, something like that. I mean, it's not going to last very long. I'll tell you that. He's near the end, so that's kind of a shame, but that's just how it's going to be. And we are going to have a problem in the back pretty soon as Kim Shin-jin is tired and there's nobody come in for him. This is Kim Ju-sung here in the back with it over to Go Yohan, down to Na Sang-ho. Na Sang-ho looks and surveys the field, crosses over to Palisevich, and that's unfortunately not very well placed and not very well timed, and so much for that. Kam Young-hyun now passes over to Na Sang-ho, back with the cross over to Palisevich, who gets ahead on that one and scores, and that makes it 2-1 for us. How about that? So we get the lead here coming from behind at home, and I was definitely not expecting that. Once again, look at this. Palisevich just had good position was all there was to it. Of course, he had good position because that player didn't run into him. He went through him. So as long as the physics of the game work like that, he's always going to get good position. So it's a 2-1 here for FC Seoul, and we've let them have the ball in a good position, and Kam Young-hyun is giving up a penalty. I'm pretty sure they're going to call that a penalty. I'm not sure if they're checking here to see if that was a foul or to see if that was inside or outside the box. May have been outside the box. I'm pretty sure that was a foul. They're going to call that no penalty, so that is going to be a free kick right from that area, and it doesn't turn into anything for them. But this other free kick does. Now it's 2-2. And that's a little bit frustrating, I'll tell you that. Let's see if we can get these players riled up a little bit, try to get a go-ahead goal here in the end. It's the youngster Novak in goal who did a pretty poor job there, didn't really know where the wall was and was on the wrong side of things, and that's the reason why that one went through. Ki Sung-young scores that free kick. How about that? His first goal of the season, and it's 3-2 for FC Seoul. So we haven't had too much to talk about here, have we? It's just been one goal after another off of these set pieces. 3-2 for FC Seoul. And yeah, man, if we can keep this up, hey, maybe this tactic's pretty good after all. I don't know. We do have a couple guys who are tired, and it's probably about time right now to make a couple changes, try to keep guys fresh. So let's see what we can do. Go Yohan, of course, probably shouldn't be expected to play this long. We're going to put Park Jang-hang-yeol on for him, and Kim Chang-so has not been playing very well at all on the left side. We'll put Kim Jin-ya in for him. And the last one we're worried about, probably going to be this guy right here, Kim Shin-jin, who looks tired, and I guess we'll have to put Lee Taek-soo on for him. I'm not sure what else to do there. So we're going to have a center back who's playing out of position, and we only have about 10 minutes to go. Let's see if we can hold on. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all 5 of our substitutions. So let's see if that makes a big difference here or not. We do have a couple players playing really poorly, especially Kim Sung-min at defensive midfielder, and we only have about 5 minutes left, but they have the ball in an attacking position, and Lee Tae-suk is able to knock that one out, and then they're not going to give him a penalty on that one, are they? That wasn't even a foul. Well, let's see what they say. Well, he's got to go all the way over here to the little box and figure it out. I forgot that, yeah, there is VAR at this level and in all of these leagues, and it's one of those things that you kind of forget about when you haven't seen it for a little while. We already went to VAR once, and they decided that it was not a penalty. This time they've decided, again, no penalty, not even a foul. And so we are sort of saved by the bell on that one. I wasn't quite sure about it. And that's the new kid who really misplayed that ball coming towards him, and this is another misplay by us in the back. Fortunately for us, Kim Ju-sung is able to get in front of that and force a corner. Nothing comes of that corner, and then we have a free kick here on the other end. Lee Tae-suk with it. Lee Tae-suk. And he'll take his time taking this one and waits a couple of seconds. Now he's going to take it. Goes forward looking for Ki Sung-young and can't find him. It's Oh Sang-jin who has it. Over to Kim Jin-ya, very good. Back to Kim Sung-min, and that was a little pass forward for Ki Sung-young, and just a little bit too far forward for him. So that doesn't quite work the way that we wanted to, but it doesn't matter. There's the full-time whistle, and so we are able to win this one. Just a little bit of an edge in XG, a little bit of edge in possession, and that's pretty good for us, I would say, against a team that I think most people would think we would struggle against. So final score for us here today, Seoul 3 and AmaZulu 2, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Take care. See you then. Bye.